Good evening. Welcome to the special board meeting for the consideration of the Upper Darby Academy Charter School for Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we call tonight's meeting to order, Dr. McGarry, will you please outline the public participation procedures?
Yes, Board President Fields, members of the public that are here with us in person virtually, we have 3 meetings this evening. One is a special voting meeting followed by 2 committee meetings. The process for those meetings are different. For the special voting meeting, it's comment only. The board will go through their typical process. Any reports that are in front of the board for board action tonight, the board will have discussion and then open up for public comment before taking action on those reports. Again, it's comment only, and they're limited to 3 minutes. We take in-person comments before we take virtual comments. Those who are in person, come to the microphone, provide your name, address, and the specific report you'd like to comment on before the board takes action. Those that are virtual can participate and provide their comments one of 2 ways. They can phone it in at 610-789-7200, provide your name, address, and again, the report you'd like to comment on. You could also email it to board meeting comments at upperdarbysd.org. Provide your name, address, and the specific report you'd like to comment on, and the board would certainly make sure that they do that. It's also important that we have a speaker list that had to be signed up prior to 7:30. Typically at a regular board meeting tonight, it was prior to 6 to have general comments read, and people that wanted their general comments read for tonight would have had to have sent their comments in by 6 o'clock. I will go through the process for committee meetings when we go into the committee meetings later this evening, if that's okay, so we don't confuse people.
Thank you, Dr. McGarry. Roll call, Board Secretary, Mr. Rogers, please.
Ms. Brittany Williams,
Present.
Ms. Mitchell,
Present.
Ms. Murphy-Morrissey,
Present.
Mr. Hussain, Mr. Warsavage,
Present.
Mr. Desnoyers,
Present.
Ms. Glenn,
Present.
Ms. Deborah Williams,
Present.
Mr. Fields.
Present. Thank you. The district posted this evening's agenda to board docs at least 24 hours prior to the commencement of this meeting. Is there a motion to approve that previously posted agenda?
So moved.
Second.
The agenda has been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please.
Aye.
Thank you. Those opposed, please say I abstain. Those abstaining, please say, I'm sorry. Those opposed, please say I oppose. Okay. Those abstaining, please say I abstain. Motion carried. I'll now go to the personnel report. Director Mitchell.
The personnel report is in the hands of each board member and has been made available to the public. I move for its adoption.
Second.
Are there any comments from the board? Are there any comments from the public? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Those opposed, please say I oppose. Those abstaining, please say I abstain. Motion carried. The supplies report, Director Warsavage.
Thank you, President Fields. The supplies report is in the hands of each board member and has been made available to the public. I move for its adoption.
Second.
Are there any comments from the board? Are there any comments from the public? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, thank you. Those opposed, please say I oppose. Those abstaining, please say I abstain. Motion carried. Facilities report, Director Murphy-Morrissey.
The facilities report is in the hands of each board member and has been made available to the public. I move for this adoption.
Second.
Are there any comments from the board? Are there any comments from the public? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Those opposed, please say I oppose. Those abstaining, please say I abstain. Motion carried. I have a bunch of reports to skip. We're now down to old business. Dr. McGarry, will you please provide a summary of the Administrative Review Team's report of the Upper Darby Academy Charter School application?
Yes, Board President Fields, member of the board, member of the public, administration, teachers, community members. In accordance with Upper Darby School District's Administrative Regulation and Board Policy 140 and Administrative Regulations 0, per Upper Darby School District policy, the review team was assembled to review the Upper Darby Academy Charter School application. This review team consists of members who have expertise in curriculum and instruction, school program administration management, accountability systems, school business operations, school safety and crisis management, parent-guardian involvement, including a member with a child enrolled in the school district, community involvement, a person who is not a school district employee. In total, there were roughly more than 42 individuals involved in reviewing this application. You can see those names provided in the public document, and it's also been provided to the board. Each member of the review team has read and assessed the application, met on several occasions with the entire team, and reviewed the applicant's public presentation of the application at the hearing on December 19th, 2023. Administrative members of the review team also toured the proposed facility and interviewed the applicant on January 10th, 2024. At Upper Darby Academy Charter School's request, the review team also considered the supplemental information submitted on January 24th, 2024, again at the request of the applicant, and we made that available to the public. Based on the December 19th public presentation and the January 10th, 2024 interview and information provided, the review team hereby makes the following unanimous findings and recommendations for the board's consideration. And this all starts with an initial review of the overall application, where we believe the application contains vague descriptions of curricular offerings, little mention of Public School Code of 1949, with scant details regarding the Upper Darby Academy Charter School's execution of 22 PA Codes Chapter 4 and 14, Special Education and Curricular Requirements, an unclear plan to address federal requirements related to special education and English learners, known as ELs, no clear process to address state-mandated child abuse training, budgeting errors, substantial curriculum gaps and errors, missing job descriptions, links to educational standards that are not operative, outdated educational standards, no discussion or consideration of a program that provides inclusivity, equity for all students. And the review team's unanimous findings came from its review of the entire application, but focused specifically on the following areas: the alignment of kindergarten through 8th grade, both elementary and middle school education alignment, how clubs and extended day opportunities would take place, technology and focus with an emphasis on computer science in the application, enrollment and information, specifically with attendance, testing results, assessments, data-driven decisions, student services, community and parent involvement, programming, specifically as noted for English learners and special education students, equity, staffing, finances, and finally, innovative, distinctive, and overall proof of concept with the charter in question. The initial review team also, when they first read the application, noted several mistakes, including but not limiting to the following. ESSA, the very overarching governing of public schools in Pennsylvania, changed its targets for achievement from 2030 to 2033. This was as a direct result of COVID. This is a mistake in the application. Teacher evaluation system does not refer to new state requirements. Enrollment graph that was provided in the original application over 5 years does not actually reflect future anticipated enrollment, and the supplemental submission provided on January 24th actually provides a completely different set of numbers in the enrollment application. Job descriptions for key positions, such as those related to computer science, which the application holds weighs heavily as it being innovative, and supplemented job descriptions do not mention or meet certification requirements in the Commonwealth. School start times, as stated, both 8:30 and 8 a.m. in the application, important for attendance reasons. Not to mention, as already noted, outdated standards. During the in-person interview on January 10th, 2024, the applicant was not able to answer the vast majority of the questions the review team posed following its review of the application, and based on the questions asked by the Board of School Directors on December 19th, 2023, which were also not answered by the applicant. In fact, the applicant stated during the December 19th, 2023 hearing that they were looking forward to answering all questions on January 10th, a date that was established prior to the December 19th meeting. District administrators from the review team asked questions that were unanswered. We scheduled the in-person interview and tour on January 10th and participated in that interview and tour. And again, all of this was reiterated by the applicant during the December 19th hearing and agreed upon by the applicant in that hearing. The applicant's poorly prepared application, lack of planning in key areas of instruction, equity and inclusion, finance, and its inability to clearly articulate its plan to provide a safe and secure learning environment for students, together with the applicant's unclear and inconsistent answers to questions during the December 19th hearing and January 10th facility tour and interview, provided the review team with little confidence that Upper Darby Academy Charter School would be able to provide a comprehensive learning opportunity for all students. The information provided for the district's consideration shows that the Upper Darby Academy Charter School's application does not comply with any of the criteria for a charter to be granted under the charter school law. The charter school law is clear that in evaluating an application for a charter school, a board of school directors shall consider the following criteria: the demonstrated sustainable support of the charter school by teachers, parents, other community members, and students, including comments received at the public hearing held on this subsection. The capability of the charter school applicant in terms of support and planning, and the ability to provide a comprehensive learning experience to students. The extent to which the application considers information requested under 1719A and 1702A, essentially the governance and the founding of the board and the application itself. At this time, the review team is still not totally clear, other than a management firm, who the applicant actually is. The extent to which the charter school may serve as a model for other public schools. As explained in our summary review that's been provided to the board and to the public prior to the meeting this evening, and the findings that have been provided to the Board of School Directors, the review team recommends that the Board of School Directors deny the Upper Darby Academy Charter School application for a charter. That concludes my summary, Board President Fields.
Thank you, Dr. McGarry. Board action. The district's
I'm sorry, just one final point. With that said, the administration does recommend the following. If the board does take our recommendation, that the board, the resolution that we put together states that be it resolved that the Board of School Directors in the Upper Darby School District, one, adopt the findings of the review team established pursuant to Administrative Regulation 140AR0. For the reasons set forth and lengthen the report of the review team, reject and deny the pending application of the Upper Darby Academy Charter School as submitted to the district on November 15th, 2023. And finally, authorize the district solicitor office to draft the appropriate adjudication outlining the record relating to this application and giving detailed basis for the denial as drawn from the review team report, and thereafter providing the same to the applicant as notice of the denial.
Thank you, Dr. McGarry. So board action. The district's charter school review team has made a recommendation to reject and deny the application of the Upper Darby Academy Charter School and has provided a copy of the report for the board's consideration and review. Based upon that recommendation, the district administration is similarly recommending denial of the application as stated in the proposed resolution. That same resolution also authorizes the board solicitor to prepare a written adjudication consistent with the record of the proceedings and the recommendation of the review team relative to the application of the Upper Darby Academy Charter School, and to provide it to the applicant as notice of the board's denial. To be clear, this resolution is to disapprove of and reject the application. So, any school board director who wishes to reject the application will vote for this resolution. Conversely, any school director that votes against this resolution is voting to approve the charter application. The administration has recommended a resolution to reject the application of the Upper Darby Academy Charter School, and it has been made available to the public. I move for its adoption. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay.
Second.
All right. Are there any comments from the board? Okay. Are there any comments from the public?
President Fields, we do have one comment that came in via email.
Ah. Okay, go ahead.
This comment is from Meredith Haig. She's located at 123 East Berkeley Avenue in Clifton Heights. This comment was received through email at 5:45 p.m. The comment reads as follows. Thank you to the administrators who performed such a thorough review of the recent charter school application. It's extremely frustrating that our highly qualified and overworked personnel have to spend so much time on such an unworthy task. The applicants claim to value our children's education, yet they have little regard for the level of preparation that is required to adequately provide for that education. I hope the board will accept the recommendation of the review team and deny this application. Please do not waste our hard-earned tax dollars on this dubious, half-baked proposal. End of comment.
Thank you, Aranda. Sorry.
And that concludes our comments, sir.
Great. Board's public. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say I oppose. Those abstaining, please say I abstain. Motion carried. Is there any new business from board members?
President Fields, would it be appropriate for the three of us who went to the conference to mention, or should we hold that off?
Let's hold. Can we put that off till next month?
Sure, no
That
problem.
sounds good. Yep. And we're now at the time for the public hearing. We'll read both emailed and phoned comments, which are subject to the 3-minute time limit and must include the commenter's name and address. I have a sign-in sheet here. It is empty. I think we read our one emailed in public comment. I don't believe we have any other ones.
We do not have any further comments.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Buford. All right. That is everything for comments. A motion is order for the adjournment of the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Can we have all those in favor, please say aye.
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 This meeting is adjourned.